Hey everyone, welcome to Can't Afford to Record, the YouTube channel where we figure out the art of audio production together. I'm Robbie Miller, and in today's episode we're going to be checking out mono, dual mono, and stereo, and what they all mean. Well, specifically what one of them means. You see, I get mono and stereo. I understand that a mono is generally a one signal source and stereo is two different signals capturing the same thing. So for example, my electric guitar is a mono signal, this microphone is a mono signal, but if I mic'd up an acoustic guitar with a couple of different microphones, they're going to be capturing the same source but in different perspectives. And then if you pan those left and right, you're going to create a stereo balance, a stereo width, which is something that's pretty desirable. And the other thing that I see a lot is dual mono. And sometimes I see it on a plugin and sometimes I don't see it on a plugin. And I'm always like, what is the choosing factor of when I see mono and dual mono? And I realized it's when I made the mistake, and often make the mistake, of having a stereo track in Logic, but placing a mono signal into that stereo track. So it's saying, well, you can't have stereo because this is a mono signal, but we can give you dual mono. So let's say I've got my mono signal and it's going into my stereo track and it's saying, okay, well, the only option you have now is dual mono. What I can do with that is manipulate the left and the right sides of that signal. It seems like it's something that you fix problems with. Maybe there's an uneven balance. Maybe the right side of this signal is a little louder than the left side. That can be corrected with dual mono because you're able to change the left side. You can make the left side louder. I was wondering, can you use it to do EQ moves? Can you mix with dual mono? And it doesn't seem, from what I've researched, that this is really common practice, but I thought for today's video we could at least try and get some stereo width by EQing the sides, the left and right sides, differently. However, that might bring us into some other issues or problems, but that's what this channel is all about. It's about trying these things out and learning from trying. So this is the jam track. I hope you like it. I recorded it this week. One rhythm guitar, a little bit of lead guitar, bass, and the Logic Pro drummer. Okay, so you've heard the track. Let's jump into the session now. And I'll show you what I've got going on here. So we've got my Logic Pro drummer. There we go. Doing a marvelous job. We've got guitar 1. This is the rhythm. We've got guitar 2. This is the lead. And we've got the bass. And just so you know, on bass, I have like a high pass and a low pass version of the same thing. And I've got a bit of distortion going on the them higher frequencies. I'm just trying to get different bass sounds and trying different techniques with that, but maybe that's a whole nother video. Guitar wise, I play a Blue Guitar Amp 1. Really wonderful guitar amp, allows me to plug straight into my interface, and I love the sound it gives me, but I have to put on a speaker impulse response in Logic, so that's what's going on here for both of these guitars actually. Okay, so let's have a look at what we can do here. You've heard the track. If I go, because this is what's showing me that I'm on mono, if I go to something like the SSL channel strip, you'll see that it's only giving me the option to open that in mono, but I want dual mono. So if I now go and change this to a stereo track, well, now when I go to my SSL, it's going to say dual mono. Okay, awesome. We figured it out. So here is my dual mono. And now I've got the option to change what happens on the left side of my speakers, the right side of my speakers, or if I click couple, I can make changes to both of them. So we'll just solo this track for a second, and I'm going to put it on the loop. So now I've got this. So I'm going to keep it on couple because I want to do a little bit of filtering here. Okay, so now that means if I go over to my right channel, they haven't changed because I coupled them together. Okay, makes sense so far. If I take couple off now, I can change. If I go to the right channel, I could add some different frequencies in here. So for the sake of trying something out, I'm going to add some 8K. All right, so let's see what that sounds like. And you'll see if I go back to my left channel, there's no 8K in that now, all right? So if I toggle this on and off. Okay, cool. But let's make the left a little bit different too. So I'm going to go back to my left channel now. And I'm going to add some 1K. Around about here. Close enough. All right, let's hear what this sounds like. Okay, that's not too bad. So the other thing that I was hearing and researching is that this can change the stereo image, which can make things feel very off balance. I'm not really hearing that so much right now, but perhaps you are. Perhaps I just haven't got it set up right. I'm not too sure. If that happened, let's say I added a bunch of 1K. So let's try this. All right, agreed. That doesn't sound amazing. What could I do there? I could bring the volume down, and then you'll see here that this got brought down. If I push it back up. Yeah, so that's kind of, I guess, you don't want to be too, you don't want to have the balance off because it can actually make you feel weird as well. It's not very nice. Anyways, let's go back to whereabouts we were. We'll put the 1K around about there. Okay, so for the most part, they seem balanced. And let's put it back into the mix and we'll toggle this on and off a little bit. So I'll take the loop off. We'll take this off. The left side still feels like it's lacking a little bit. It's probably because it's not got that 8K poking through. If I could, I'll tell you what, I'm going to just turn that up a wee bit. Yeah, I don't know. I can kind of see why people don't mix like this because you're just constantly balancing it. I don't know. As I say, this doesn't seem to be common practice from what I've researched. Maybe you can tell me differently if you do actually do this, but it seems like dual mono is more of a, how can I fix a problem? How can I make sure the volume is the same on both sides? Or if there is some EQing to do, I think there are subtle movements. I don't think you'd be doing anything this extreme, but perhaps I'm wrong. Please let me know. So there we go. I guess that's kind of cool. Now let's have a go listening to the track before and after using the dual mono adjustments. There we go. We did some slight EQing moves, maybe extreme for dual mono. And like I say, I know I've said this a few times, but it does seem like this isn't something how you would mix a track. There are plenty of ways to get stereo width with even a mono track than doing it this way. So I don't think this is hugely recommended or advised, but I wanted to see exactly what dual mono does, and I feel like I figured that out. I feel like you can manipulate both sides. You could add a little bit more, you can add slightly different frequencies to the right side or the left side. I know a lot of people use dual mono for compression as well, so maybe that's something we can explore in a future video. But of course, I'd love to know what you use dual mono for. Do you even ever open up this option? And what has it helped you with before? Or what do you often use it with? I would really like to know that. So if you can let me know in the comments below, that'd be awesome. And if you have any recommendations of what we could explore here on the channel, please let me know, because I'm always trying to figure new stuff out, and the best way for me to do it is just to put it in practice, and that's what this channel's for, is because I want to put it in practice and then show you guys what I'm practicing. So hopefully it helps you out, it helps me out, and we can all learn this together. But I think that's a good place to end it today. Please consider subscribing to the channel and liking this video and leaving a comment and let me know how you use dual mono and how we can apply it to different things. Until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon.